You won't believe this, but Will has no signs of a struggle, not even a drop of blood from the victim, so he's probably not. But that doesn't mean he's off the hook entirely, so Tom, playing detective, headed to the coroner for the scoop. Summer looked like a pincushion with 33 wounds, the last in his pelvis. A bad day indeed. The weapon was a no-show. No fingerprints anywhere, and there's mail. You know what inside him, with his wrists tied up and no bruises below the waist. Looks like he knew his attacker. So, it looks like Summer knew the killer. They had a little emotional rendezvous before things went downhill to a fatal countdown. Oh, and they found some golden hair at the scene. Talk about a killer canary. The victim's hand was covered in some weird red paint, and Tom jumped into stealth mode to check the surveillance. The killer drove a 1990 vintage Buick. Talk about retro. And get this, the right rear hubcap was missing. The video was a bust due to angles, so Tom went straight over to Will's house for some deep detective work. He found a photo of Summer and her ex-hubby in his girlfriend's box. Talk about a jaw-dropper. But aside from that, he didn't find much else, and during this time, Will was acting sad, but something felt off, so Tom took the photo to Summer's bestie, who denied knowing Summer's ex at all. She didn't even know who else Summer might have been flirting with, so based on all this, Summer's ex ended up as a prime suspect, with a rap sheet for drugs and a weird hobby collecting women's hair. Yikes. Tom and his partner tracked down Summer's ex at an old place. It was like revisiting old drama. When he heard about Summer's death, his eyes flickered like he sensed trouble, and Tom jumped in with the questions. He claimed the last time he saw Summer was months ago, and on the day she got whacked, he was off fishing, totally not. And since he went there all alone, there is absolutely no one who can provide testimony for him. Thus, in the absence of this crucial evidence, Tom was at a dead end and had to bail out. This case's clues were all over the place. To clear his head, Tom would dance with his wife, while folks at the precinct occasionally cozy up for some fun. They'd date and chat away, like adding a little spice to life, you know? While having a blast, they also mulled over the case, and Baldy even handed out keychains. What a multitasker. He claimed to run a security consulting firm, catering to the rich and famous for protection. Baldy, also a cop, owns more Tom cracks cases only. Post-party, Baldy resumed crime analysis. The deceased, Summer, was a real estate agent who sold 6 villas, yet she saw none of the commission. Go figure. So Tom went back to Will, digging into Summer's colleague. Commission should have been a nice chunk of change. Will's mum claimed the commission totaled $70,000, used to help her snag an investment property. Smart tax dodge. Based on the information, Summer's commission turned into real estate investment, and the ex-hubby wanted the profit. That's definitely enough to spark a possible motive for murder. That night, someone knocked on Will's door, claiming he had the wrong letter and slid over his mail. While dropping the bombshell about Summer's death and attempting to force his way in, Will instantly flipped out with tension. His instincts kicked in, and he quickly blocked the intruder at the door. Tom stumbled upon a house Summer sold a year ago, but her phone pinged here the day before her demise. The front of the house had a pulpit painted in that same red paint, just like what was on Summer's hand. Just as he was about to snap some evidence, the priest popped up at the door, and Tom fired off some questions. The priest insisted the painting was a volunteer gig from parishioners, no fixed crew here. As for the Buick Tom showed him, he said had never seen it and didn't know Summer or her ex at all. The priest denied all the questions, leaving Tom feeling stuck, like he had clues and yet had nothing at all. When he discussed the case with his wife, she suddenly pointed out the car wasn't a Buick. It was a 90s Chrysler, and with that lead, Tom dashed to the used car lot for clues. He discovered the suspect vehicle was a Chrysler but found no plates or other video evidence. Finding that car would be like finding a needle in a haystack, and after attending Summer's funeral, Will hesitated but finally got in Tom's squad car, saying a few days ago, some guy tried to break into his house. That guy was Ali, and years ago, Will's family cooked up a deal to buy Ali's family farm for development. After the deal, Ali's dad offed himself, and Ali has blamed Will's family ever since. For reasons unknown, Ali kept hacking into Will's server, and Tom just casually told him to watch his back. Back at the precinct, he dug into Ellie's video, finding Summer called FBI before death. She wanted to report drug activity, but the FBI passed her to the DEA, and she never made the call. Clearly, this murder case was intricately tangled up in the complex situation of drug trafficking. So, Tom and his partner headed over to Ellie's place, where this would-be intruder was seen lurking by the police tape the night Summer was killed.